Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Instagram because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. You guys, this is literally first day filming after the 80 swatch video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I swatched 80 high-end foundation shades for you. So my skin is good. She's nice and ready. It was peeling a lot. My skin was so raw, so I was doing masks the last 4 days, really taking care of the skin. It's now back to the plumped skin that it is. Talking about skin, this is my skincare. This is what I've been using the last, I think, few weeks. Guess what? We're doing a full face of e.l.f. makeup. Reason being, e.l.f. released new bronzers, which are these, and a new shade of a blush, which is this kind of purple one. So I'm like, why not? What shade is it? Lilac? Also, this new brush. This has literally been the talk of the town. The Finest Fleck Glitter Eyeshadow. So let's see. I have the soap brow. I really like the soap brow. It's the kind of only one I like. Let's wet it with this. Released years ago, and it worked well. No lie, I haven't used it since. So we're just gonna, oh, I wasn't showing you. We're gonna do this notion. The last time I did a full face of e.l.f. was a year ago. I feel like I do this at least once a year. We're due for it. Let's see if this even works. I'm gonna just press up. Okay, it is working. We just need to give it some love. You guys know I always come on camera with my brows on. I'm like, this is like a good little, it's old, so we're not gonna fault it because I should have bought a new one. I don't like the wax one. I prefer the soap. Brow's good, it's decent. The soap has been the best one for me. The type of brows I have, which are very sparse. You see, I'm bald. Oh my God, I have a lot of bald spots. I don't know what happened. I really want to try this brow, make sure like we're using it correctly. Let me wet it some more. And then let's do this side. Okay, I had to wet it more, yeah. Because my brows are so dang stubborn, I'm like, I think it needs more help. So what I'm pretty much doing is just pressing up my brow. I just leave the shape how it is. I don't really do too much because I find that just keeping your eyebrows shaped the same will match your face the best because your natural shape of your brow naturally works with your face for the most part. Sometimes I have seen where your brow's a little bit shorter, you can make it longer. Those types of things really help. And also this brow right here, this left brow has been a hot ass mess. Like you see how pretty this brow is? Look at this one. This is like not even a sister, it's like a fourth cousin because they're definitely not gonna be twins today. You see, like, look at this hair. Hey, look, it's crazy how this is. I just bought this at Target. Actually, before I started filming, I went to Target to buy these two things here. I want to show you here the footage. I show you each of these little glitter things so you can see the colors. The colors in person, they look very shimmery. It doesn't look like a glitter, like a pressed glitter. It looks like a pressed shimmer. Colors are pretty vibrant. I just really felt like this shade right here, Champagne Showers, was like the cutest. As I'm looking, this is a little shinier than this. But I feel like we'll look when we get to the eyeshadow to see if it's the same. So the brows, the Instant Brow Lift Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. If I remember correctly, oh look, it's nice and pointy. e.l.f. pencils are very waxy, maybe not. Oh, I like the color. Really good. So let's see, now that the brows are somewhat done, I'm gonna fill in, you see that sparse area right here? So that your brows don't look too dark, especially if you have light brows like this, they can easily look dark and boxy. You wanna just kind of grab the areas where you don't have hair. This brow is out of control. Oh girl, look, like it looks so tangled. And then let's go with this good brow. You see the sparse area here? The brow pencil's nice. It's a little waxy, but honestly, most drugstore brow pencils are like this. Now I'm gonna have to bust out my NYX. e.l.f. should come out with a pen. I would be curious to see how their pen would look. Because no other drugstore brand, I think, has been able to come out with a great pen like this one from e.l.f. You see how it just add a little bit of darkness, just a smidge? Are the eyebrows my favorite? Not at all, but it's okay. e.l.f.'s concealers, that matte one and the hydrating one, I don't like either one of them. I've tried them. I've tried giving them like a chance time and time again. They just don't work. So Milani, it's drugstore. Milani's the concealer we're about to use. Oh, I'm in the shade 140. Okay, I think those two are the only non-e.l.f. things we're using. Let's just clean this up. Then blend it out. Maybe this brow will look better now because it's struggling. Something like a cleanup will just do something. Once brows are done, I feel like I could see the vision. This brow's really not looking good. I'm gonna have to fix it later. We'll get back to it. Like sometimes when something doesn't work, you just have to come back to it, because if you like just stare at it, nothing's gonna change, you know? Let's use this eyeshadow primer. I love this stuff. It is so good. They re-released this one. The packaging looks a little bit different. I'll put a picture up here. This is one of the best primers ever. For a while I was using it in my under eyes. It could help with the creasing. It helps so much. Let's get like a brush and brush this primer before it dries down. e.l.f. is one of those brands that products are typically good. There are a few duds, but for the most part, e.l.f. is just like that brand you know and trust that they'll do well, especially for the price point. I feel like nothing's over $10, right? Okay, and then let's add a little bit of this concealer on top. You don't want to add too much because it may get like stuck. We just want to get rid of any discoloration. I have pretty discolored lids, so this will just give us an even base to add concealer. To add eyeshadow. I don't really want to add eyeshadow. I want to do like a bronzer lid. But then I'm like, wait, we have glitter? Maybe we need to do a little something. Okay, now it's nice and sticky. Stickiness will help that eyeshadow stick down. No lie, I've been using this little quad thing forever, so let's use it again. This light shade right here, and kind of just set it down here. Let's see what we're working with. This is gonna be that base. Oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be like a good base for that glitter. A little bit, not too much. This bronzer, this is the shade Sun Soaked. It's a little red, but it definitely will work. I'm gonna just add it right on the crease. This is gonna give us a little bit of dimension. And I'm looking up, make sure it's right on the crease. Oh yeah, this is cute. Now let's open this bad boy right here. This is the Fine as Fleck glitter eyeshadow. This is brand spanking new in Champagne Showers. So these have kind of been the talk of the town. Ooh, packaging is cute. It's nice and clear. Quickly reminding me of the Urban Decay Single Shadows. Ace Cowboy. Is that the dupe? Is that what we're thinking? You can immediately see, hold on, let's open it. It looks like a shimmer glitter eyeshadow. You can see the glitter particles here a little more. Huh, grab it, grab it, grab it. Feel like I need to grab a little more, like, let's just start here. Here, let me swatch it. The swatch goes on well. It's smooth, so that's nice. It's only $6. It's not like too much money. Now that I'm feeling it, it feels like a bit of a loose glitter. Just a smidge. But there isn't any fallout, so that kind of tells me there isn't any glitter in it. Let me look. It's not as sparkly as I thought it would be, but with skin warmth, it probably will get better. It's cute. I did want to show you the difference, right, with this one. Oh, this one feels more shimmery. Okay, yeah. This one, it glides a little more. This is the loose. Yeah, I guess there's like a little bit of glitter particles, just like a tiny bit. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. I typically don't like loose glitter stuff. It's just too messy for me. We're gonna get the dark shade right here. Add a little bit of dimension here. Get it super close to the lash line. I want to just connect it right here. Get a little thicker at the end. And I want it to look kind of messy. I don't want it to look like we took too much time, you know? Brush, grab a little bit of the dark shade. Darken this up a little bit. This is looking a little too red. Look, the glitter's spreading all over. So no bueno. So let me finish this eye in 3, 2, done. This eye look has turned out a little bit of a mess, but I'm gonna keep it because this glitter is all over the place. So I'm just gonna blend. And what I kind of did was I just got the dark shade and started blending up. So it's not too wingy. I didn't want the look to be too wingy. Looks okay. I think it just needs some skin warmth. I'll get back to it. Glitter is falling, but let's go back and see. It does kind of feel like the Urban Decay one, but not exactly. It still has an eyeshadow feel. The Urban Decay feels more like raw glitter, and you can see like the difference. See how this is more glistening? It's more of a mirror. Here, it's like more of a shimmer shadow. I'm tempted to put this thing on my lid, but full face of e.l.f. here. And I should have used this bronzer instead of this one. That was really my main mistake. But again, we'll get back to that. Drench the face with this. Well, these are the primers, right? Let's use this one first. This is like the very sticky primer. So the way I found that this works the best is you're gonna press it into your skin. That way, as you're working it in, it becomes sticky. I think I'm gonna go with this putty primer. Wait, but let's let this dry. I think it needs like 3 minutes. Ooh, we're nice and sticky. Let's blur the pores. You know I have oily skin, Saki. These primers I really like because, as you know, we have a brown skin here and they go on the skin very transparent. They don't leave like a white cast, and that's what we want to avoid. Any white cast. It mainly happens with powders because the powders can just sit there, not with liquids. You want to have a look out for it too. I want to add a little bit of this. I'm in the shade 4. It kind of smells. It gets like this scent. So I'm just going to add a little bit right there. You can use this as foundation or just like a little, not foundation, more like a tint, but I like to use this under foundation. And I just want to blend it out. I try to keep that glow away from the center of my face. My skin has glitter all over the place, but it's okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Skin is glistening. As we know, the drugstore foundation shade isn't the greatest, so I'm gonna mix two. I'm gonna mix 44 and 32 to get my tone. I have a medium to tan skin tone with the neutral undertone. This shade right here, 32, it's a medium neutral, but it's very yellow. I have to use some of the blue corrector. So let's grab some of this. This is the shade 32. 44 is right here. Oh yeah, this mix will actually work. Let's see. Oh no, you see how it's still yellow? Oh no, hold on. Yeah, it's a hint. It's a little warm. This mix is good. It's like the perfect tone. Let me add a little more. I'm gonna add a little bit of the blue. A little bit. Like, so this blue will cool down the look of this foundation just a little bit because I only did a few dots. You don't want to do too much because it can make your foundation look gray. Blend in. This side was like really warm for some reason. Yeah, this coverage is nice. Look. Ooh. Well, let's let the foundation dry down. You know how I like to do? Letting your foundation dry, it just adheres to your skin so well. This foundation oxidizing like crazy. I made my cafecito because, girl, it's Monday. Monday's Monday. Ooh, let me not forget to use this. This is the Liquid Bronzer Contour Duo. That's where we're at. What is wrong with me? Here we are. The Camo Liquid Bronzer Contour. This is the shade Light Medium number 4, Medium 5. This is more bronzer. This is more contour. A contour will create more shadows, will make the appearance of your, let's say, cheekbones look higher and more defined. A bronzer is typically, it gives warmth to the skin. I really don't need warmth right now, but typically when the sun hits your skin, you get that warmth. That's what a bronzer is. I prefer bronzer. I'm not like a big contour gal. These are, I believe, 10 bucks. I've been putting the pictures up for you. Oh yeah, this is a contour shade. See how it looks cool? It kind of hints with a little bit of gray. That's how you know it's a cool tone contour shade versus this one, which is number 5. This is just like straight up warmth. See how it's a little bit orange? It's like orange brown. This is gray brown, I would say. Let's call it those names. My coffee's so good. So they have this brush I bought the bronzer and brush on e.l.f's website. Now available at Ulta. So it has this. This is to chisel up the cheeks. This is more to bronze. This is gonna be whiter because that bronze look is gonna take over your face a little bit. Let's use both and see. The contour, I would use it like right up underneath your cheekbone, just like right there, kind of where that dent is. This is where this will chisel it out like this. You want to kind of keep it, instead of blending it, you want to keep it kind of where you placed it, but you also don't want it to look harsh. So just kind of bringing it here. Oh, this is a good shade. Look, it kind of just makes it look like, it just accentuates my cheekbone right there. I like this. This is nice. I didn't realize this was going to be as cool tone, but I like it. It's very pigmented. A little bit does go a long way. The blush, I remember where it's very buildable. It was very sheer at first, and then you could really build it up to like a very pigmented blush. I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like the expectation when the blush is first released, it was like, I need the Rare Beauty pigment, and we didn't get that. For the bronzer, I'm like, not bad. With the bronzer, you could put it all over. like such, because it's going to give you warmth. When it comes to bronzers, it's kind of hard to get a good one, especially when you have brown skin. The drugstore's bronzer selection, I don't know why they just don't have a good selection. Remember when I did my full face of Walmart, I really looked into like the bronzers and they just don't have a lot. I don't know why. Okay, you see how that blended? That one is very sheer. I'm using like the bigger part of the brush, which will spread the product out more. But I'm trying to really keep it on top of that contour so you can see contour bronzer. Ooh, okay, chisel. This is like the perfect difference of a contour and the bronzer. I'm really loving how this is blending out. I just feel like this brush could be a little too big. I have a small face, so I'm about to use this side. Let's use the contour side for my nose. My nose, I could, you know what? Let's use the contour. Let's see. I'm loving this. Oh no, this side, huh? No lie, mixing these don't look bad. Looks a little harsh, but we still need to go in with concealer. I want to add a little more bronzer right here. Let's let it dry a bit. I don't know if it's new hair growth or what, but these hairs just stick out lately. I'm not complaining. If it's new hair growth, please grow, you know? Just tapping. Try not to rub. You see how it's buildable? Like now you could see the bronzer well. Let's color correct with this one from, we know it's from e.l.f. But what shade is this? Peach? Yeah. New concealer routine. Because I have so many creases and crow's feet, I'm starting to add product down here. Not all up in here. Right here. Where that dark area is at. Leave it. Oh wow, the bronzer and contour very creamy. I let it dry down, you know, and look. Very creamy. I like things that are creamy. I want them to have a dry down, but I don't want them to dry down like super matte, you know? Now that we've let this sit, I'm gonna get my e.l.f. sponge. You know I love this. And I am going to blend down here. Keep it right here. You're not gonna get right where those itty bitty stubborn lines are. Well, not stubborn, they're just like lines on your face. So I'm just going to keep it down here. Therefore, when you're adding concealer or adding whatever else, it's not bunched up in here. And that's where you see all of the creasing. Because right here, you don't have creasing. I mean, I have that indent, but it's not creasing. My creasing is right under here. You see? Oh, I've been doing it the last 3 days. Just going out, you know, just doing my makeup regular. It works. The blush in lilac, right? We said it was lilac. So this will look different on my skin tone. Lilac purple tends to look a little more on the pinker side on brown skin tone. So if you ever wonder like, why does it look different from the packaging and my skin tone if you're like medium to brown or deeper skin? That's why. So we're just gonna add it here because I know this doesn't dry down. When things dry down, they attach to your skin and they tend to blend out better. But you have to be careful. You don't want a product that dries down too fast, then you're left with the patch. So it's a trial and error a lot of times. And e.l.f. has, oh my God, I did not just lose it because I looked for it. Here it is. This is my favorite blush brush, the e.l.f. liquid blush brush. You see the density in this thing? And I love that it's not so wide. It doesn't spread out the product too wide and it's perfect, especially if you have a baby face like me. Not a baby face. I don't have a baby face. It's more like a small face. We blend. I like to keep the blush. I like to kind of angle the brush up high. It's gonna look a little wonky. We're gonna fix it. You see how the blush kind of looks like a pink on me? Oh, it's not lavender for sure. I mean lilac, but it looks nice. It's very natural. Oh, this one needs to be blended out a little more because we're about to go in with concealer. It's going to clean that up a little bit. So with the concealer, it's the same thing. We're gonna add it down here. Not a lot either. Like bam, right there. A little bit there, a little bit there. The less product in the under eye area particularly, the better, because this area just folds, it bends, we blink and all that. More product means, more product means that it's gonna bunch up into that very small area, which is here. And trust me, I'm very extremely guilty of doing that. But I saw a video of Kristen Dominique explaining how this works. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me do it. Because she does like a lot of hack videos. And girl, when I did that, then I do it. And it was one of those days, you know, I wasn't feeling like doing my makeup. I was feeling lazy. I think I was running late. It was a hot ass mess day. And I just did my makeup like whatever. But I followed those techniques, especially the eye area. The way I loved how my under eye area looked. So good. I'll show you a picture here. I had gone to an event. That was the thing. I went to an event, but I was running late and I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to do my makeup. But then I only had 30 minutes to do my makeup. Sometimes it just be like that. And I was like, oh. Then I did it again and the same result. And then I love it. So of course, I'm letting the concealer dry down. What I did too, I got a brush. You can use any brush. Kind of spread it out this way. Like you're placing it too. Right? You're kind of just bringing it here, keeping it down low. And then whatever remains, which is going to be a tiny amount, goes up at that crease, but just a little bit. I left it like that. Look. Then I got my sponge to just blend all that together. Bring this together, the blush and the concealer. At this point, you won't have a lot of product buildup in the under eye area. That way too, it will set beautifully. And you see, oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So right now that we are here, let me just fix everything because we're about to set the skin. I want to just make sure everything is nice and blended. e.l.f. doesn't have setting powders I like. At the store, they only have the Halo Glow. I don't like glowy products. They don't smooth out. I recently used this NYX powder and I really liked it. Remember my, what am I saying? My Walmart haul. So I'm gonna get a powder puff. I'm not a big fan of the e.l.f. powder puffs. I don't think it works as well. I'm gonna get this powder right here. We're gonna press this in because we're gonna go with the under eyes first. The way I've been doing my concealer like this, I find that the creases are less also. I like to start down here. I press it down here, right? Don't go all in the under eye area. As you're pressing, you know, setting the under eye area. Now that that product has been a little bit distributed, now you can go up top. That way, that's just very little product you are putting there. I want a little bit of highlight, so I'm gonna use this Revlon powder. It's my jam. And do the same exact thing. Press it down here, press it down here. And looking straight ahead will always help because you're setting by looking straight ahead like this. Under eyes are good. Let's get to the face. I'm just pressing everything in so we're nice and set. This will really just blur the skin. And I'm just going to press this. See how smooth the skin looks? This is what powder does. Ugh. Love, love, love. Okay, now that we're nice and set, e.l.f. has this and these. I'm thinking just to use this one because it's newer. I think I'm just gonna have to mix. This is really warm. This is cool, so it will make a perfect tone. At least I'm hoping. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. And I'm just following literally the steps I did with the liquid. Blushes, we'll keep with these two because again, like this is like old. I have this shade here, Always Fresh and Always Crushing. Let's do Always Crushing. It's a little more pink. I think it'll go well with that lilac blush. I really like this blush. Really pigmented. Then we're gonna cut this cheek. We're just gonna clean up bronzer a little bit. We're gonna make that contour really stand out. While we let this sit, come back to the eyes. Get a smaller brush. Let's get this darker shade. Now that like the eyeshadow has been on, when you touch it up, it's gonna get pigment a lot faster, so you can always fix it. If you ever have like a patch or something, you always go back, you just kind of step away a little bit and then you see like, look at that pigment. Look at this eye. You'll just get a lot more bang for your buck. A lot of times it's just, you know, the waiting game. I have to see how things turn out. And now the look looks a lot better. I just think I had to like step away from it a little bit. I was like, what is this? Here, I'm gonna actually get this light shade here. Let's get these lines because they're a little harsh. Back in with this. And then let's get our glitter. I want to say it's lackluster because initially it looks lackluster, but then when it goes on the eye, it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about what I think about this. Okay, we got a little blend going. Not really. Hold on. This is like looking crazy. I need more of a transition shade. It's gonna have to be this bronzer. I'm gonna use this shade now. Yeah, it looks good. We have cool tone, we got warmth, we have a lot going on, but it's okay. I'm liking the skin. Oh, this was open. I don't know if it was open this whole time or I just opened it. You know how that happened? Girl, let's look at this. Is it dry? No, it looks fine. The Lash and Roll Mascara. Let's lash and roll this sucker. I don't know how old this is. This mascara is good. You know, I can't go a day without my lash separator. I might get a little bit of whatever's left on my brush and just give the lower lash line a little bit of love, but I don't want it to be too dark, just like a little. Sometimes what's left on the brush is literally all you need. Just give a little bit of dimension, and then where's that other brush? The same thing with whatever's left. You're just gonna blend. It's like a little something something, you know? Then we continue with the mascara in the lower lashes. I always like to do the lower lash line before mascara, because once you have mascara on, your lashes are kind of like in the way, so you can't really get into any nooks and crannies anymore when the mascara is on your lashes. I mean, you can, but because your lashes are done, sometimes they'll clump. That has happened. Now we're gonna get rid of any powder that's left. Make sure everything looks good. And now let's spray down. I like to really drench the face because this is such a fine mist. You like barely feel it. And you're gonna get your powder puff. This will seal everything together and make it look super cohesive and flawless. Same. Because your face is a tad bit damp, when you go over like this, that pigment's gonna be like, pow. That's why I don't add additional product. It's whatever's in the brush. So let me figure out the lip, comb this hair. I mean, nothing like your hair being combed, I swear. If I don't wear makeup and I'm not feeling it, if I comb my hair, it's over. Okay, lip liners. I don't know what I want to do. e.l.f. has a ton of lip liners that are fairly new, plump pens that are like the Tarte Maracuja ones. These lip liners too. The thing about these lip liners, they don't come in a lot of shades and the browns were super light. We got some lip oils. We have these lipsticks. Drive is my favorite color. I was thinking of doing Drive with a little bit of lip oil. This, do like a little dark brown number? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so the Cream Glide lip liner, which is only $2. What shade is this? Oh my goodness, what shade is this? It's the darkest brown. I'll put it up on the screen for you. Oh, it's kind of dark. This is not what I was going for. Hold on. A little dab, a little dappy dab. And then let's go in with the gloss. Honey Toss. I always like to clean it before I put it back in. It's because I don't like all the stuff on it, the different colors, you know? The only thing about these lip liners, they're super pigmented, but they're so creamy, so they slip and slide easily. I'm like into matte lip liners these days. This lip balm was cute though. It's not even more than $10. This lip is reminding me of like cherry red, huh? Oh, this look actually turned out very well. My under eyes are what I love so much, although it wasn't really e.l.f. products. The new technique I wanted to teach you as soon as possible. I love it. Skin looks good. I love everything about it. Most importantly, the new products, which are these. I really like the bronzers. I think the both shades I have are great because one is contour, one is bronzer. The bronzer isn't too warm, so that's very nice. I really love the dual brush. Where's it at? This one right here, I think it worked out pretty well. The brow pencil was okay. I don't think it was as pigmented as I would like it to be. I do find that e.l.f. eyebrow pencils tend to be very waxy, so if a pencil is very waxy, it may not be as pigmented as we'd like it. One that I really love is the NYX one, the oldie but goodie one. Lips are great. I love this. Oh, the glitter. Where's the glitter? The glitter, I don't know. Like, I think it's okay for $6. You can't really beat that. Like, nothing anywhere is $6. I think it works out well. It's not as shimmery and glittery as these typically are, but again, it's e.l.f. It's $6. I'm not expecting a transformation on my eye. It is similar to this, but I don't think it's an exact dupe to the Moon Dust because the Moon Dust has more particles of glitter, maybe a little pearl-like. This is more glitter, eyeshadow, which is why I feel like we do have a nice glitter, but it takes some time to get this shine going, because when we first applied it, you saw it wasn't shiny. I had to really build it on, and I think that's how we get this glitter. These are definitely not my favorite type. What I really like about these types of eyeshadows is they work the best as a topper, which is kind of how I used it, but I also wanted to use it more by itself. It was like on top of primer and that eyeshadow. You're gonna get the best glitter and shine like this when it's over something, because it's not really an eyeshadow and it's not pigmented, although this one I feel like is pigmented as an eyeshadow kind of. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried this? Have you picked it up? What do you think? Overall, everything else worked out well. e.l.f. is just such a great brand, especially for the prices. Typically nothing is over $10, so you can get a full beat, beautiful beat for very affordable prices. My favorite things I love from e.l.f. is this brush, the primer, this spray, and the foundation. I think these foundations are really great. The only thing is the shade, but again, it's what, how much is this? $8, I think. The shade 32 and 44. Is it 44? Yeah, mixed very well. And this is my total favorite thing, this corrector. If you have brown skin, if you're tan skin, and you find that a lot of foundations look yellow, you look like a Oompa Loompa, you can even be light skin, light medium, get this. This will cool anything down. So if you have a foundation that you like, but it's not your shade and it's too warm, add a little bit of this and you can use that foundation. The thing about the drugstore, they all tend to run warm. I hope they get it together soon. The only one that has like great tones is L'Oreal True Match. This is it, fam. I will step in front of the window right now so you can see how the look looks. But look at this glam. I love how it's sort of not natural, but like skin looks like skin. It doesn't look heavy. And I'm just like, remember when I swatched the 80 foundations? I was just like really loving how to apply the foundation with your fingers. That's truly a game changer because it just makes your skin look like skin with coverage, you know? I'll do like a bit of a wear test, maybe about 4 or 5 hours because it's already noon and the sun already goes down now at around 5. So, you know, I like to give you that golden hour. So, okay. Ciao, ciao. You know what I was thinking? I think this eyeshadow is a little too light. You think for my skin tone? Because you know how it's an eyeshadow glitter? It has that pigment of an eyeshadow that makes it look very silver-esque. Instead of like the Space Cowboy, it's more glitter. So it kind of just melts into the skin and it doesn't have like that pigment. It's just that glitter, that glisten. That's what I'm seeing here, especially in daylight. But the skin, look. You see how everything looks nice and cohesive? Skin looks like skin. Nothing looks really heavy, but this pimple's just peeking through, you know? Ooh wee. Skin looks good. I'm curious to see how it wears, you know? Let's see. Like you see the sun's already going away and it's only 4, but look at the skin. Oh, blush, bronzer, contour. Things look good. Granted, this is not like a real wear test. It's like a halfway wear test. But look, in different lighting, a few hours in, not bad. On the eyes, look. What do you think? What do you think? Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the button there or there because I don't know which way it is, you know, with my phone. And I'll see you next one. Bye.